All right, Michael. So you have created a lot of MOOCs and online course content. What do you think is the key to creating an effective content video?
Yeah, I think it starts with a solid script, but also I think we have to rethink how we make those scripts. I think we spend too much time paying too strict attention to the rules of grammar, and they're not really the rules we should be paying the most attention to. Written grammar, as we know, has evolved for us to make it easier for us to read. The thing is with these videos, we're not actually reading them. We're listening to them. We're listening to them and we're watching something happen. A lot going on there. So I really think that we have to figure out as a group, instructional designers, people in academic, instructional design, corporate, we need to tap into a video grammar the same way that people in film and television do. We need to look to those worlds to see what's actually being said, what are we listening to, and what are we watching, and how does it fit together. I think the thing that we do in academia a lot is we give the task of writing content scripts to people we think are really good at writing and editing. And when you read those scripts, they're wonderful, but you can tell that they adhere to all the rules of written grammar. So they're an absolute pleasure to read, but they're a little less of a pleasure to listen to because they're the wrong rules, and we really should focus on a different sort of grammar. So there's a couple things that I think we should all start to do a little bit more. One is we should be writing more in a conversational approach, like write as if we were in a conversational relationship with the viewer. And like we're doing now, we're having a conversation. The way I'm talking is a little different than if I were reading off a script and with very formal grammar. The other thing about formal and informal grammar, I didn't know this till a little while ago, but formality makes things even harder to understand in a video setting because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of cognitive load. So listening to something very formal while watching something puts a lot of load on our thinking and causes some bottlenecks. Now, you don't have to dumb it down. I'm just saying instead of absolute formality, a little less formal. Informal, but not dumbed down is kind of where we want to go to as we write these scripts. And I think another thing that they say to do is to write as if you were talking to one person. So a lot of these are going out to thousands of people in these MOOCs. I think people write a script so when someone reads it, they're reading it to thousands of people. But you're really teaching one person at a time. They're all over the place. So write in a way that as if you're talking to one person. And I think these three things and developing video grammar is something that we can all do. It's in our wheelhouse. We could all get better at this. We don't have to invent the wheel. We don't have to go to take classes. It's just looking at how other worlds do this, film, television, and developing that video grammar and bringing that into making content videos. So I think that that's a big step in the right direction.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I definitely agree. I'm working on some course videos right now in the corporate world. And one important step was after writing the script, read it out loud and see what you can do to make it sound more conversational. So I absolutely agree with that. And I also love your advice of speaking to one person because while we might be addressing a large audience in an online course, we really need to hit that learner who's out there, right? Make them feel like this is personalized. We're here for them. This is their experience. So excellent advice and good tips for all of us to keep in mind.
Thank you. I'm glad you brought up the reading it aloud because that's crucial. That's a very key component, and everyone should really do that. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.